Meredith Morakovich sat down with an extensive interview with Garrett Cole. We'll hear that next when we return right here on Yes.
Are you ready for your first day of school?
Yes.
Actually, no.
Back to school, back to Kohl's.
Finding what you need, okay? Come with me.
Get what you need from someone who gets it.
Most health insurance companies see us all the same. That's why I chose Humana. I'm pre-diabetic, so I talked one-on-one with the Humana health educator who really helped me. Now I'm taking free cooking and meditation classes. Humana.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic, that dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave, learn to paint on your lawn.
He's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
The first step to building wealth is being careful who you listen to when it comes to your finances. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. I'm not even human.
When it comes to financial decisions, start with the nerds.
If it's been over 12 months, then it's time to give your cabin air filter a refresh. Napa EnviroShield cabin air filters keep your HVAC running smooth, filtering pollen, dust, mold, and more. Available now at Napa Auto Care and Auto Parts locations nationwide.
Tom, brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to the North Side for Yankees baseball on Yes. Series finale between the Yankees and the Cubs is coming your way in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovich. As Michael and Flash mentioned, the Yankees ace Garrett Cole is getting the ball this afternoon, and he's been pitching extremely well as of late. A 1.85 ERA over his last 6 starts combined. I caught up with him yesterday to ask him what has left him most encouraged about his last few outings.
The command, less non-competitive pitches, sharper on our reads, you know, and physically, you know, kind of settling in, even though, you know, I had the cramps the last start, but you know, feeling settled.
You mentioned the cramping. Have you done anything differently? I know the climate's a little cooler here, but anything to try to prevent that here?
No, I you know, just hydrated through the night of the game, and then you know, just got a little bit of treatment, but there was really nothing there. And you know, like Susan said, I'll have to stay up on the bananas.
You know, you look at that one, and we've seen you do this throughout the course of your career. You did a little bit last start. You have the ability to really dial it up when you need to. How much of a luxury is that? That really can calm your nerves out there, and you know, but especially when you're able to put the ball where you want to put the ball, you know, at 70-80%. That's you know, because sometimes when you try to dial it down or conserve, you know, if the quality is affected, that's tough. But it's really the sweet spot when you can, you know, you can execute it at a little less intensity and then have the ability to just add another level. Time is ticking away in this regular season. Does it feel more intense for you in September at all?
It feels almost relaxing to me because, you know, our favorite part of the year is coming up, and the games start to have a little more, you know, gravitas, I guess. Like they mean a little bit more. You're more aware of where you are in the standings and what you need to do, and so you come to the park and you're just energized to play, knowing that your reward in the next few weeks is to be in the playoffs.
It's actually your birthday tomorrow, so big plans for 34.
Pitch well. That's number one. Pitch well. Get out of here with a W, and then yeah, hopefully my boys are still awake by the time we get home.
Happy 34th birthday to Garrett Cole, Caden, and Everett. Your dad'll be home later tonight. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by John Flaherty. First pitch coming your way after the break.
World, the time has come to
push the button.
World, the time has come to
push the button.
Yes.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
Only KFC has nuggets worthy of the sauce. Try one of 5 signature flavors, drizzled, drenched, and dripping on original recipe chicken nuggets. Grab 10 for just $5.99.
Big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip, big drip.
This is you, and this is your first hunch of the season.
It's parlay time.
With FanDuel, a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV will give you many more.
Buffalo. It's Broncos time. Psst, I'd take the over.
And you can easily act on whichever one speaks to you.
Eagles, Browns, Broncos, Bills. They all look.
And make every moment more.
New customers bet $5, get $200 in bonus bets. Plus, every customer gets a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube TV. Only from FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Hyundai. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. By FanDuel. New FanDuel customers get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. By Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. And by Buick. Visit your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Another full house on hand here at Wrigley. The first 2 games over 40,000. The Cubs have taken the field. Jameson Taillon taking his warm-ups. We'll take a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Brought to you by TikTok. Gleyber Torres is the second baseman. He'll lead off. Batting second, playing right field, Juan Soto. Aaron Judge in center will hit third. Middle of the order, it's Wells, Stanton, and Chisholm. Bottom third, Rizzo, Volpe, and Verdugo.
Well, Jameson Taillon, our old buddy from his Yankee days, out on the mound here on the north side in Chicago. There, the numbers: 25th start, 9-8 record. Let's check out our Nissan pitcher scouting report on Taillon. 2 seasons with the Yankees, and they were 2 good seasons. 22-11, the ERA just over 4, and he's a strike thrower. 3rd lowest walk percentage in the National League, and he throws his cutter a lot, about 24% of the time. Has not given up a home run on that pitch this year.
Torres ready, Taillon ready. Let's do it. In Wrigley, and the first pitch is a strike. We're underway. Brian Walsh, the home plate umpire. Dan Merzel at first. Jordan Baker at second. And the crew chief, Mark Carlson, is over at third. Check the swing. He did not go. And it's 1-1.
Well, there's that cutter. Has been such a good pitch. I mentioned has not given up a home run this year. That is impressive considering he pitches half of his games here at home at Wrigley.
Well, it's that time of the year again, John. Time for the magic number. The Yankees' magic number to make the postseason over the Red Sox is 11. We'll keep track of that the rest of the way. 1-2. Fouled away. Still 1-2. Yankees have consecutive shutouts against the Cubs. 4th time they've done that this year. And the first time in their history they've had 4 consecutive shutouts.
Well, the last 2 games here in Chicago at Wrigley, the wind blowing in big time from left field. The wind is not going to be as much of a factor this afternoon.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Torres down on strikes. 1 away. Let's check out the Cubs defense presented by Defender. You've got Happen left, Crow Armstrong in center, and the former Yankee Mike Tauchman is over in right. Infield, Paredes, Swanson, Mastrobuoni, and Bellinger. That's third to first. Amaya behind the plate. Suzuki is the DH with Taillon starting. 2-0. Tampa Bay leads the Orioles as they go to the 8th inning at Camden Yards. So the Yankees are in first place today with an 82-60 record by a half game. So that could go to a game and a half if the Orioles lose and the Yankees win.
Early start in Baltimore.
Yes. I believe it's the Roku game today. One and one on Soto. He has a .427 on base percentage. It's the second in baseball. Number 1 is Judge at .454. Grounded to first, Bellinger. 2 outs. All right, John, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Well, let's follow the leader. You just mentioned it. Back-to-back shutouts. Garrett Cole out on the mound. Your ace trying to take this final game. And one more day for Anthony Rizzo to enjoy the love from the Chicago Cubs fans. And if you're a Cub, you stop the bleeding today. They're trying to win a game, the last game of the series. They are 6 games out now in that wild card race, and they go to L.A. tonight after the game.
Pitch outside to Judge. Judge has not had a home run in 11 games. He's at 18 first-inning home runs, tied with A-Rod for the Major League record. Count 2-0. And during the stretch of 11 games without a home run, hitting 175, 7 hits and 40 at-bats. .3-0 on Judge.
They just mentioned all the numbers, and there it is. 175 batting average over the last 11. And if you're Tyone, I don't think you give in here and just throw a cookie down the middle.
Judge, green light, swings through it.
Located down and away. Judge had the green light, and that's a swing where he's looking to do some damage.
The 3-1. 3-2.
I've seen it from Tyone already. It's the four-seamer 92, the cutter, the sweeper. Kind of throws it all up there.
Hit sharply, a base hit. Judge hit it right on the screws for 2-out single. Game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 70 degrees, no chance of rain, 40% humidity, and the wind is blowing out to right today. Here's Austin Wells. Want to know, Wells with 25 starts at cleanup, and in those 25 starts, 24 raw RBIs. Hitting .317 in the spot in the order, with a .385 on base percentage and an OPS of 909. All really good numbers.
Yeah, and we can talk about all the offensive numbers, and we should, but yesterday put on a show, Wells did, behind the plate, throwing out 2 Cub base stealers, possible base stealers.
High fly ball, center field. Crow Armstrong will put it away on the track for the final out. No runs a hit, and 1 man left. Yankees nothing. The Cubs come to bat. It's all coming up roses for the Yankees, but now it means more than ever. That ball is going to be off the top of the wall and into the bullpen.
Colby across his body, big time, dug out by LeMahieu.
The throw home.
Makes the diving catch.
Getting it done here in the Bronx. He has 2 big RBIs tonight. This is a chance to go home a hero. Down the track, at the wall, see ya. He's done it again. His 48th home run of the year. The show continues.
So amazing, it looks great.
Okay, I need to go. I need to take my daughter to school.
Okay. Hey, but I want you to focus on growth and craze. That'll work. That'll work. I want to work from anywhere.
I don't want to be underestimated.
I want you to focus on growth over grades.
Well, the Yankees don't score in the top of the first. Now it's the Cubs' turn against Garrett Cole. Their starting lineup brought to you by TikTok. Ian Happ in left. Dansby Swanson moves up to the 2-hole. He's a shortstop. Seiya Suzuki is the DH hitting third. Cody Bellinger, Mike Tauchman, Isak Paredes, the middle of the order. Then it's Pete Crow Armstrong, Miguel Amaya, and Miles Mastrobuoni.
Well, that lineup for the Cubs a little bit different this afternoon against the ace of the Yankees. Garrett Cole going through his warm-up tosses, be his 14th start, 6-3 record. Check out our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report, and a happy birthday to Garrett Cole. The last time He pitched on his birthday in a big league game. He turned 29 years old, and he threw 8 innings against Seattle, 1 run, 15 strikeouts. And the calf, he told Meredith in that interview, is not an issue this afternoon. And he's getting ready for prime time. The postseason's coming up, and his last 6 starts a 1.85 ERA, so getting hot at the right time.
Check out the defense behind him, presented by Defender, Verdugo, Judge, and Soto. Left to right in the outfield, Chisholm, Volpe, Torres, and Rizzo. That's third to first. Wells behind the plate, Stanton, the DH, and the birthday boy, Garrett Cole's on the mound. Ian Happ will lead off. Now, Garrett's wife is in town, and she arranged with Jameson Taillon to rent a boat the other day for a little birthday celebration on the Chicago River. That's how close he and Taillon are. And there they are, the Taillons and the Coles. Good way to celebrate a birthday.
Why didn't we do that?
We should have. 2-1. Punched out toward left field on the run. Verdugo, he can't get there. It's going to go to the wall as Happ starts off the inning with a double.
Well, the Cubs fans here at Wrigley hoping it's going to be a different afternoon. They've been shut down for 2 days by Yankee pitching. But a good start here as Ian Happ takes that curveball and doesn't try to pull it and roll over. He just stays through it and drives it the other way. Good start for the Cubs.
John, the Cubs in the first 2 games combined for 5 hits. 1 in the first game, 4 yesterday. The Yankees have had 10 innings this year where they've had 5 hits in an inning. Here's Dansby Swanson. 0-1.
And we've talked about the weather here and the wind blowing in. Not great days to hit, but it wasn't like the Cubs were hitting any balls hard against the Yankees the last 2 days. It has been the Yankees dominating out on the mound. Yesterday, Clark Schmidt, Nestor Cortez.
And in fairness, John, the Yankees haven't torn the cover off the ball either. They won 2-0 and 3-0.
Well, Garrett Cole told Meredith in that interview before the game that he has the ability to drive it up to another level when he needs it. He was hoping he didn't need it here in the first inning, but a leadoff double.
Last start against the Rangers, 6 strong innings, had to leave the game as he was warming up in the 7th with a right craft camp. The 1-2. Fouled away. I would say catching all those years, you'd have cramps during games, right?
I was actually thinking I've never really had a whole lot of problems with the cramping. I did a real good game, a real good job after games of rehydrating, getting ready for the next day.
1-2. Grounded to Volpe. He's going to go to third. They're going to get Happ. Bad base running by Happ. Ball's hit right in front of him. He should not be advancing. And a heads-up play by Volpe.
Yeah, you're taught as a base runner when you're at second base. If the ground ball is hit to your right, you stay. If it's hit to your left, you go. You can see with Ian Happ, it was hit to his right, and a heads-up play by Volpe. It's right in front of you. All it takes is an accurate throw. Chisholm with the easy tag.
Here's Suzuki. 0 for 6 in this series against the Yanks. And there's a strike. High fly ball, center field. Judge puts it away for out number 2. Brian Walsh is the home plate umpire. Let's see what he's about. He is considered pitcher friendly. More outside strikes, more strikes up and down, and not much to go by. He's just in his second big league season. Here's Cody Bellinger.
Well, Garrett Cole doing a real good job here in the first inning, using that pitch clock to his advantage. He's getting the sign through PitchCom and then just staying on the mound, waiting for Bellinger, as it's now at 8, 7, 6, dictating when he wants to deliver the baseball. Quickly ahead 0-2.
He did that with Suzuki, too. He took it down to 1. Three, 2. Hit sharply to second, booted by Torres. Flips to second, they don't get the force.
See if Glaber is okay. You see him maneuvering his right hand, going to his right. Can't come up with it clean. Tries to finish off the play. The ball was hit hard right off the heel of the glove. Left hand. Volpe does the stretch. Can't come up with it in time.
E4. And that brings up Tauchman. 1-0.
Craig Counsell, manager of the Cubs, sending out a different lineup this afternoon, and we know that Garrett Cole, the first 2 games of the series, is able to lock in on the opposing hitters. Tauchman, a veteran, should have a pretty good idea how he wants to attack them.
1-1. Tauchman, 33 years old, 7 big league season. And he signed a minor league deal with his hometown Cubs last January. 2 solid seasons as a bench player in Chicago. Had a big year in 2019 in the Yankees' next man up season. Hit .277. 865 OPS and good defense. Still 1-2. The Yankees got him from the Rockies in a deal for Philip Deal. That was in 2019. Then they made an under-the-radar outstanding trade. April of 2021, they traded him to the Giants for Connor Cannon and Wandy Peralta.
Wandy.
Two and 2 on Tauchman. First and second for the Cubs here in the bottom of the first inning.
Garrett Cole had 9 strikeouts his last outing against the Rangers in 6 innings. He's looking for that pitch early on to get a swing and a miss.
The inside move. Just got a piece to stay alive.
Well, every time Garrett Cole delivers a pitch, you can see him evaluating. Okay, that was good spin, good location. He fouled it off. How did he look at the plate? Is he looking off speed? Is he hunting the fastball? Everything goes in the computer. And you come up with a game plan on a 2-2 pitch, trying to get the final out here in the first.
They're 2-2. Another foul ball, so making them work.
The fastball, the four-seamer, the last outing against the Rangers really was electric. Trying to pick up his second baseman, that E4.
Two. Well, Cole taking a step toward the dugout, thought that was a called third strike. Instead, it's 3-2.
You know, when we showed the graphic on Brian Walsh behind the plate, his second big league season, the first thing I thought about was Garrett Cole. How's he going to deal with a somewhat of a rookie umpire? That ball's off the plate. Didn't get the call.
Runners will go. And there's ball 4. Bases loaded with Cubs.
You see Garrett Cole looking in the dugout. He's saying those aren't off. I would disagree. I thought the cutter was off. Maybe that fastball just missed, and it's a young umpire that Garrett Cole's trying to manipulate here in the first inning. Let's take a look at the last pitch.
That was close. That was closer than the other.
And listen, veteran pitchers, they expect to get the close calls. Did not get it so far here in this one. Matt Blake's asking, Austin Wells is asking, Garrett Cole is asking. You see Brian Walsh saying, nope, those are off. Trying to stand his ground. I like it.
So here's Isaac Paredes. Hitless in his last 14 at-bats. Big trade deadline acquisition by the Cubs from Tampa Bay. Bases loaded. 2 men out. Bottom of the first. And a strike. Been using that knuckle curve a lot. It's been an effective pitch for him.
Yeah, it's a get-me-over strike, but that had some real good spin on it. And these two guys have battled before with all the time in Tampa Bay for Paredes. There are no secrets here. Garrett Cole knows that this hitter likes to get out and around and pull the baseball. You pitch him off the plate, down and away, see if he wants to expand, and you can also run the ball in on his hands. And you'll probably be able to jam him.
Fly ball into left center. It's going to be in front of Judge. Throw to third, not in time. 2-run score. And Paredes breaks an 0 for 14, and the Cubs score their first runs of this series. They're up 2-0.
Well, Paredes, he does exactly what he usually does, trying to pull the baseball, and it's a big swing, but he hits it off the end of the bat. You see the leg kick, the swing right off the end of the bat. I think Aaron Judge got a little fooled, thought that maybe that ball was hit a little bit harder than it was. It's going to fall in front of him for a 2-out base hit and a couple RBIs. Early Cubs lead.
Here's Crow Armstrong. And he tries to push bunt, foul.
2 down trying to bunt. Chisholm is all over the grass at Wrigley in the infield. So Crow Armstrong is going to bunt down the third base line. Better be a beauty.
.28 pitches for Cole here in the first. One and one. All these runs are unearned because of the error by Gleyber Torres, but they count. They don't count on his ERA, but they count. One and two.
I'm going to go back to it with the Talkman at bat. What pitch is going to be the swing and miss when I need a big strikeout? Cole's still searching. It's going to be the fastball, the sweeper, the changeup, or the knuckle curve.
And down goes Crow Armstrong, but the Cubs score 2. One big error, 2 hits.
Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Just Godzilla bankroll, souls of Chile on, yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm really home, trailblazer, stay rolling with vengeance. My arts is crafty, dogs, why y'all stuck on Laffy Taffy, wondering, get past me, I've been doing this before, now it's dropping nasty.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu. Only at Taco Bell.
Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. New FanDuel customers can get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place your first $5 bet. Download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today. So 2-0 Cubs. We go to the second. Giancarlo Stanton leads off against Tyone. And there's a strike. Stan, one hit in his last 19 at-bats. Hit the ball well yesterday.
Yeah, some hard-hit balls.
Popped up foul behind the plate and out of play. Well, there is not a seat to be had here at Wrigley Field. That's been the case for all three games. Place opened in 1914. They've done some refurbishment, but still kept the character of the legendary ballpark. The 0-2. 1-2. Strike three. Stand down looking.
Well, we've talked about Brian Walsh behind the plate. We'll take a look at this. Does it clip the outside corner? He thought it did as Tyone runs that two-seamer back. And you know Garrett Cole is going to be paying attention to how Brian Walsh is calling the game for both sides. So a couple of pitches Cole wanted in the first that he did not get.
Chisholm takes a strike. Yankees are 82-60 with the win yesterday, assuring them of their 32nd straight winning season. And that's the second longest in Major League history. The longest streak, 39 straight winning seasons. And that's the Yankees of 1926 through 1964. Line drive, it's a base hit down the right field line. Cutting over is Tuchman. Making the turn and heading for two is Chisholm, and he's there with a one-out double.
What a big pickup by Brian Cashman and the Yankees. Chisholm has come over to New York and played like a star. Gets a changeup, drives it into right field. And with his speed, he's thinking two all the way. Good turnaround first. Kicks it into another gear, and an easy double for him. Continues his hot hitting.
And this crowd continues its love fest with Anthony Rizzo. Another standing ovation. It's been a weekend of adoration from Cub fans to Anthony Rizzo. He's admitted it's been great. How could it not be? What an appreciation for all the things he did for the Cub organization. And a strike.
And good for Anthony Rizzo, soaking it all in and acknowledging the fans here in Chicago. Good for the Cubs fans and the organization. They have really done it right this weekend as far as Anthony Rizzo is concerned.
Line gets a base hit to left field. Chisholm rounds third. Ball is bobbled by Happ, but he had stopped at third, and the throw is cut off. So a single for Rizzo, first and third.
Since Rizzo's been activated off the IL, it seems like his focus is to drive the ball the other way. Beautiful piece of hitting there. Chisholm has to hold up. Luis Rojas, the third base coach. Ball's hit too hard. Chisholm has to hesitate a little bit, and then Happ bobbled it out in left field, but by then, too late for Chisholm to score.
Yeah, Rojas started waving him home, but Chisholm had broken it down. Here's Anthony Volpe. One and out.
Off the heel of the glove, then he kicks it, but by then Chisholm was already locked in at third.
Popped up. Bellinger gives it a look. That's about 5 rows back.
Well, Anthony Volpe yesterday 0 for 4, a couple of strikeouts. I'm sorry, 1 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Situational hitting to cash in at least one here. First and third, 1 out. Trying to chip away at that 2-0 deficit.
The 1-1. Line drive. It is a catch by Happ. Tagging and scoring is Chisholm. What a play by Happ. A sac fly for Volpe. Yankees on the board is 2-1 Cubs.
Great baseball play all the way around. You start with Anthony Volpe. Make sure you hit the ball hard, get it in the air. He does that. Ian Happ lays out great defensive play. And then the final piece, Jazz Chisholm recognizing, getting back to third base. There are some base runners that would have reacted by going halfway down the line. He gets back to third, tags up, and the Yankees get on the board.
55th ribby for Volpe. Verdugo takes a strike. One and one. Two and one on Verdugo. Rizzo at first, held by Bellinger. Line drive, foul. Yankees 3 hits against Tyone. Given into right center. On the run is Topman. He's there to make the play, and that'll do it. For the Yankees get a run. 2 hits. 1 man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Chisholm scores the run.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu, only at Taco Bell.
As a successful CFO, I have one secret to help you build wealth. You need to be careful who you listen to when it comes to financial decisions. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. It's a Nerd Wallet commercial. I'm not even human.
I'm cake.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And today's picture was submitted by Jordan. He and his son Yogi are always ready to watch the Yankees together. I think he really gave him the name Yogi. That would be neat. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride. Mention yes in the pictures that you post to social media. Reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Here's Amaya, 8-9-1 in the Cubs order against Garrett Cole. Foul back.
31 pitches in the first inning for Cole, now 32. Trying to get that pitch count under control here with a quick second inning. How do you do that? You throw a lot of strikes, looking for some soft contact early. Let your defense play behind you.
Fly ball center field. Judge backs up, reaches up, and makes the play. One down.
What a difference a couple of days make. It looks like the ball carrying a little bit better. Aaron Judge on his heels. As that line drive had some good carry to center field. There are the flags.
You know, I tried the old thing that they say that you should do is look at the lake. And it was very calm when we were driving in. And it's reflected in the wind.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal today, right?
No, not at all. Mastrobuoni takes a strike. Now, the 31 pitches by Cole in the first, that's the most he's thrown in any inning this season. Honestly, bounce back. 1-1. And a strike. Well, the Rays have beaten the Orioles 2-0. Corbin Burns with the loss in that one, although he pitched well. So the Yankees have a chance to go a game and a half up on Baltimore. You know, we're always concerned with our backyard. Sometimes over the fence they're having just much trouble, and the Orioles have really stumbled a lot.
Yeah, they have struggled big time. I mean, this division was wide open.
Looped and right at Chisholm. 2 away. Stream every out-of-market game live or on demand. Plus, U.S. subscribers now have 24/7 access to MLB Network. Visit MLB.tv for details. Ian Happ swings at the first pitch and lofts it to center. There's Judge, and a nice easy 1-2-3 inning. Just what the doctor ordered for Garrett Cole.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it!
What if you knew you'd be paid fairly?
Check this out.
Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you, and her, and them? And what if the promise of better work
No way!
What's the order?
50-cent boneless wings.
50-cent boneless wings on 2. Ready? Break.
Hey, bro.
50-cent boneless wings only at Applebee's.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Well, follow Yes Network on TikTok for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, game highlights, and the latest Yankees news. Don't miss out. Join the ultimate sports community today. Gleyber Torres leads off the third. Swing and a miss, 0-1. It's 2-1 Cubbies over the Yankees. Cubs trying to salvage the final game of the three-game set. Yankees looking for the sweep. Yankees get a win, then they get themselves a winning road trip. They go 4-2 despite losing the 2 games in Texas. But a loss in the road trip is a continuation of treading water. This does break a string of 10 straight rubber games. And they were 5-5 in those games. 2-2. And the pitch. Pop foul. In the seats, right over the Yankee dugout. Torres calls time. He struck out in the first inning.
Jameson Taillon, 2 years with the Yankees, 22-11, the ERA just over 4. Resurrected his career after a few Tommy John surgeries, and I remember the arm swing was a big deal when he came to the Yankees. Getting the ball out of his glove and really bringing it back behind his body. He's been able to stay healthy. He's turned those 2 years with the Yankees into free agency, a multi-year contract here in Chicago, and having a very solid year for the Cubs.
That one is driven into left center field. It is a base hit. Cutting over is Crow Armstrong. Nice play as he holds Torres to a single. And that'll bring up Soto, and it'll bring us to cooking up something special with Hexclad. On base percentage, Judge leads the majors at .454. Juan Soto is next at .422. So 2-3 in the Yankee order, getting on base more than anybody in baseball. Soto grounded out the first in the first. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. Strike. Now, Taillon missed the first 3 weeks of this season with back tightness, but he has had a good season. Came in with a 3.66 ERA. Second season of a 4-year, $68 million deal he signed with the Cubs. He was the second overall pick in the 2010 draft by Pittsburgh out of high school. The first was Bryce Harper. The third pick was Manny Machado. Swing and a miss. Soto down on strikes.
And Michael, I spoke to Garrett Cole about Jameson Taillon. As we know, those two are very good friends. They came up through the Pirates organization together. They were actually roommates in Pirate City at one point in time. And I asked him what makes Taillon so special, and he said resilience. He's a resilient guy. Two-time had Tommy John surgery. He survived cancer, and he said there's just no quitting him, and that's impressive.
Yeah, he was really liked by all the Yankees for those 2 years, Meredith.
He was indeed, and I asked Aaron Boone about it too. He said one of the favorite guys that I've ever managed. He loves Jameson Taillon, and Garrett also noted he was such a great ambassador when he was a Yankee. He's now a great ambassador for the Cubs. He's the kind of guy that you want in your clubhouse. And also a big coffee connoisseur, Michael. It was kind of like a little battle, a friendly battle between him and Nestor Cortez at the time. Cortez had his little cafe set up in the traveling secretary's office, Ben Tulowitz's office, and then Jameson was doing some coffee as well. More of a cold brew guy, though, I think.
1-2 on Judge.
Well, he's got the sweeper going now. Had it going to Juan Soto, and now Aaron Judge. Big swing and a miss.
Torres didn't have much of a lead. You know, his biggest game probably as a Yankee was game 162 in 2021. Pitching on a bum ankle, which he ended up having surgery for. Pitched 3 1/3 scoreless innings against the Rays. Yankees ended up winning 1-0 to clinch a playoff spot. 2-2. 3-2. Very close.
And we talked about Brian Walsh and his strike zone behind the plate. He has been very disciplined, not giving much off the corners. As Austin Wells waits on deck.
And a walk. So Judge works a walk, first and second, 1 man out for Wells. Check the swing, 1-0. Popped up in the infield. Mastro Brony puts it away for the second out. So 2-away, and that'll bring up Stanton. Stanton struck out looking in the second inning, 1 for his last 20. Torres at second, Judge is at first. Popped up. Bellinger coming on and makes the play as Taillon works into and out of trouble as the Yankees strand 2.
There he is. It's right there. Oh, he's straight ahead. He's straight ahead. Go, go, go.
Cover more ground in the fuel-efficient Kia Sportage Turbo Hybrid. Kia, movement that inspires.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
High prices everywhere? Not here. Kohl's has lowered prices.
Heard you guys were having a party. All aboard!
Hulu.
Cheers.
Disney Plus.
Okay, here we go.
And ESPN Plus. Something for everyone. For one low price. Get the Disney Bundle with plans starting at $9.99 a month.
Yankees baseball on the ass is brought to you in part by Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, never ordinary at Bet365. By Hyundai, with a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. And by the New York Lottery, get out there and play. Through the years with Cole and Tyone. And now they oppose each other on the mound here at Wrigley. Dansby Swanson will lead off the bottom of the third. 2-1 Cubs. 1-0.
Nice job by Cole in that second inning. 1-2-3. Got some soft contact to get 3 quick outs. Get that pitch count back under control. Now it's back to work here in the third.
Cubs have lost 4 out of 5. They're on the fringes of the wild card race. And that was after having won 6 straight. Everybody got excited. Ground ball left side and through for a base hit. Past the diving Volpe. So Swanson with a leadoff single here in the third.
Took another look at the elevated fastball. Swanson able to get on top. The only question, would Volpe be able to get there and knock it down? Full extension.
Here's Suzuki, and the pitch is high, 1-0. Foul back to the screen.
Well, you get to the third game of a series, and the Yankees have done such a good job against all of the Cubs hitters, but especially Suzuki, who came into this series as a red-hot hitter. And the Yankees, you almost don't want to talk about it. Let's get on the plane, get back home. But you know he's going to get going again at some point.
Missed outside, 2-2. Now, including the postseason, the Yankees are 26-6 against the Cubs. That's the best winning percentage any team has over another team in baseball. And Suzuki down on strikes. They met twice in the World Series in 32 and 38 and swept them both times, the Yankees did.
Big time knuckle curve there. Drops down out of the strike zone. Suzuki way out in front. Can only wave at it.
Here's Cody Bellinger. One and 0, fake throw to first by Wells.
We talked about Wells, the way he's been swinging the bat, but also throwing base runners out. And yesterday was a good example of pitchers doing a good job of holding runners at first. Catchers doing a good job throwing the ball. Just watch Garrett Cole here with Swanson at first base. 15 stolen bases. You can see him changing times, making sure that Swanson is flat-footed over at first so he doesn't get a good jump.
Wells has thrown out 24.6% of base stealers, and the major league average is 21.1. So you'll take it.
That average has gone way down. It used to be about 30% would be the big league average.
Now the bigger bases obviously make it easier, and the rules like you just throw over twice. A lot of the advantage has gone to the base runners.
And the emphasis on throwing runners out went away for a few years. Really behind the plate, it became receiving.
Bellinger waved at that one. 3-2.
The emphasis behind the plate. See Bellinger selling out for a fastball. He doesn't get it. Wells just backhands it and keeps it in front. The priority for the catchers for a few years was receiving, calling a game, blocking, and throwing. Fell down to the bottom of the list.
Runner goes. Popped up. Jazz Chisholm will put it away for out number 2. Take a look at Cole's arsenal this year on StatCast in 3D by Google Cloud.
Well, we know that he starts with a 4-seam fastball, throws it 46% of the time, then the knuckle curve, cutter, slider, and changeup. The batting average is against the knuckle curve. The big swing and a miss pitch at the 174 batting average against.
So 54 pitches for Cole, 2 outs into the third. Here's Mike Tauchman, who walked in the first. 1-0. Tauchman will take a walk. He has a 12.3% walk rate. And his walk in the first inning set up Paredes' 2-run hit.
Well, Anthony Rizzo coming in to have a talk. Here comes Austin Wells. Swanson was getting a little antsy over there at first base. Wondering if that's the focus of this conversation. So Garrett Cole saying, we got 2 down. Let's go take care of Tauchman here.
Tauchman with a 247 batting average, but an on-base percentage of 351. Two and one on the Cubs right fielder. We're in the bottom of the third, 2-1 Cubs. Foul ball, 2-2 on Tauchman. Cubs scored 2 in the first. Yankees came back with 1 in the second. Tauchman calls time. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. So the leadoff single is wasted. We go to the fourth.
If it's always been a dream to go to Paris, why stay in a hotel on the touristy side of Paris? Get an Airbnb on the Paris-y side of Paris.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun? This week, it's Buffalo versus Miami as Thursday night football is back. AFC East division rivals battle it out in a high-powered offensive showdown you won't want to miss. It's Josh Allen and the Bills.
At Jimmy John's, just $10 get you a full 8 inches of any original sandwich, Jimmy chips, drink, and a dessert. It's a deal so good, we didn't have to spend a lot on this ad. Oh, but we could afford confetti. Order the $10 total package meal only at Jimmy John's.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu. Only at Taco Bell.
Time for today's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of New York Yankees. John Birdie been out since May 25th, left calf strain. Expected to be activated this week, possibly tomorrow. Be a nice addition to the bench. Pitch outside to Chisholm. Chisholm, Rizzo, and Volpe against Tyone. Now, Meredith, interesting comments coming out of the Yankee clubhouse following the game, where Nestor Cortez was brilliant in his 4 1/3 innings of shutout relief, and Nestor came right out and said he did not like being taken out of the rotation.
Well, it was the first time he was pitching out of the bullpen since July of 2021, and he said, obviously, I was upset when they told him he was going to be pitching out of the pen. He understood the situation, but felt like amongst the starters, he had been the workhorse in that rotation. He noted that they picked him to be the opening day starter, not necessarily the #1 guy, but the opening day starter. So he had to switch his routine there, and he stepped up. And he just felt as though he deserved an opportunity to start. Now, he went on to say he would never back down from a challenge. He felt like yesterday he proved that he can be put in any situation and have success out there on the mound, and did say if that's his role coming out of the bullpen, he would accept it. He's certainly not going to let his teammates out to dry, and would help in any way to help this team win. So, Michael, he was clearly a little irked by it, but did say all the right things in that he'll do anything to help the team win.
And what's interesting is anybody they chose to take out would have had a legitimate argument about why me. So they took out Nestor just for that one turn, and he gave him my why me. But I thought that Boone handled it pretty good today. He said, no, I don't care that he's angry. I want them to want that.
And Michael, I spoke to Clark Schmidt. I spoke to Luis Heel, guys that are probably also being considered for a back end of the bullpen role, and all of them will tell you they want to be a starter. It's no secret. Unfortunately, there are only 5 spots in that rotation, and ultimately the Yankees are going to have to make a decision. And certainly Nestor Cortez proved that he could pitch out of the bullpen with success.
1-2 on Rizzo. He singled to left in the second. Well,
I'm just going to follow up on that. You don't have a problem as a teammate when they verbally say that they were disappointed and maybe a little frustrated, but I think what all of the teammates are always looking for, how do you handle it? And Nestor Cortez has shown the way he pitched yesterday.
Fly ball left field. Hatt makes the play.
And more importantly, how do you handle yourself in the clubhouse, right? You're not sulking. You're not acting like you're disappointed and ticked off. You go about your work. You get your opportunity. You be a good teammate. You're allowed to verbalize your displeasure with the decision, but you got to perform out on the field, and he did that yesterday.
And John, he noted that. He said, you're always going to get my max effort regardless of the situation.
There's Anthony Volpe.
And then Nestor Cortez is expected to be slotted back in the rotation for that Boston Red Sox series this upcoming weekend. And I spoke to Aaron Boone about that today. Which day would he be going? He said probably after Schmidt, but that is still the plan to put him back in the rotation.
Now, another important question, Meredith. How did the birthday dinner go with Susan Waldman yesterday?
It was a great success. Susan had a wonderful time. She was very excited to go out for her birthday. We went to Joe's Stone Crab, had a little seafood tower, some stone crabs. It was fabulous.
Excellent.
You know, just two ladies out on the town, Michael. John, why are you shaking your head?
Well, the seafood tower and the crabs, yeah, it just didn't sound like something that Michael and I were going to be running to join you with.
Well, it's funny because I asked Flash if he'd like to join us, and I told him where we were going, Michael, and he just stared at me. He's like, yeah,
no, thank you. Nothing to do with Susan's birthday. I would love to celebrate with her, but the seafood tower didn't sound like my thing.
Well, perhaps you can wish her a happy birthday on the flight back.
We really showed our age the last couple of days, John. Didn't go out, just stayed in the rooms.
College football was an attractive evening last night.
Yes, it was.
That's how old I've got.
Three-two. Strike three. Volpe down looking. Tossed away the bat. Walking to first. Thought it was ball four. But Brian Wall said no. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Cadillac scoreboard 2-1 Cubs.
You are gonna super love bourbon barbecued 13-hour smoked brisket, brown sugar bacon, juicy chicken.
That is wonderful.
You know what to do. Arby's, we have the meat.
This is not just a pharmacist.
You could try this. Yeah.
This is another woman who gets it.
High prices everywhere? Not here. Kohl's has lowered prices on thousands of items store-wide. Because we know a little savings.
From starting strong to it's been a week. So many ways to save. Life ready. Wallet happy. That's 365 by Whole Foods Market.
Cadillac scoreboard. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And here's Paredes with the 2-run single in the first inning. You know, that ball dropped in front of Judge, just to the left of center field. So I looked it up, whether he should have made that catch or not. And it was a 68% catch probability. So it wasn't a gimme. But if you believe in that stuff, which teams do use to check out defensive viability, then that's a play that he could have made.
He could have made, but I noticed right off of the swing of the bat from Paredes off the end of the bat.
Right.
That will fool an outfielder pretty much every time, especially a guy like Paredes who has all that power.
One upstairs. Here's the play.
Again, off the end of the bat. It's going to take some steam off of the line drive, and it falls right in front of Aaron Judge.
He gets another try, shading his eyes, making the play. And, John, this has not been an easy center field to play in these 3 games. The first 2 games, the wind was howling in. You know, he joked with me today, he said, I should have played behind second base. He said the way every fly ball came in.
Yeah, I just like the way he's communicating right now. Okay, the sun is a factor. The wind is blowing out a little bit. Totally different than the last couple of days. And it really does become about communication, not only between outfielders, but the infielders, who takes priority, and just not giving up on any of these fly balls.
Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. One and 0. Popped up. Long run for Volpe. And a terrific play by the Yankee shortstop. 2 outs. Really nice play, covered a lot of ground.
Well, you can see Garrett Cole appreciates it. We were just talking about fly balls in center field. Talking about the infielders who have priority. This is a jam shot. Chisholm playing in. He's not going to have a play. Volpe cutting across in front of Verdugo. The Yankee shortstop showing he's got plenty of range. And the snag at the end to finish off the play.
Amaya takes inside, 1-0. And a strike.
And 2 outs in the 4th inning, and you know, Garrett had told Meredith that the calf cramp was not going to be an issue. So far, so good in this one.
Fly ball, shallow right, coming on Soto, and that'll do it. As the Cubs go down in order against the Yankee ace, we go to the 5th.
We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
It's a big match for the National Win.
Just Godzilla bankroll. Slow some chili on. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home. Trailblazer, stay ballin' with vengeance. My arts is crafty. Dogs, why y'all stuck on Laffy Taffy? Wondering. Get past me. I've been doing this before. Now it's dropping nasty.
I'm Patriotic Kenny.
And hi, I'm Amanda on TikTok.
My scooter broke down. I went into a depression.
How do you feel about that?
Pretty sad.
And I posted it to show that Kenny's not always happy. Within 24 hours, people had donated over $5,000.
Oh, you're kidding.
We set up the Patriotic Kenny Foundation to give mobility scooters to veterans.
It has changed my life tremendously.
None of this would have happened without TikTok.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids.
Time to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. 230, 489 hits, 57 home runs played for the Yankees in 81 and 82. And the Cubs 79 through 81.
The 10. Not an easy one.
Wow. Two and 0 on Verdugo. 2-1. 2-2 on Verdugo. You know what happened on this day in 1982, John?
I don't.
Don Mattingly, Major League debut, came in as a defensive replacement in left field for Ken Griffey Sr.
What number was he wearing?
46. Oh, that's under the glove of Swanson, who has such great range at short, but it's a base hit for Verdugo.
I can see Swanson is disappointed in himself, and Verdugo hit that ball hard. But you're right, Swanson has good range going to his right. It just goes right underneath his glove, and he's not happy about it.
Back to the top of the order, and Gleyber Torres. 1-0. Hey, congratulations to Gleyber Torres on being voted the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Quite a week in the last 6 games, hitting .375. Grounded to third. They take the out at first. Moving to second is Verdugo. The pitch to Soto is a strike. He's 0 for 2 against Tyone. Tyone with 77 pitches. We're in the 5th with 1 out, runner on second. One and one.
I think back to the at-bats that Tyone has gone to work against Soto, and you can see why Tyone has had a good year. He's got the cutter that we talked about, the two-seamer that he can bring back off the front hip of Soto, and the big curveball for swing and miss pitch. Oh, and also he's got a changeup he can drop in there at 86. So he has shown Juan Soto everything here in his 3rd at bat.
Soto down looking. He's had some trouble picking up Tyone.
Well, he's seen everything, and then Tyone has finished him with the curveball a few times. Change up the pitch before, curveball down and away, clips the corner, and you can see Soto a little frustrated. There was an earlier at bat where he saw the two-seam fastball in the inner half. Maybe that's what he's thinking about with 2 strikes. Tyone goes backdoor with a curveball.
Grounded to Paredes across the diamond. They get Judge. And Verdugo is stranded at second. We're halfway through. 2-1 Cubs.
We love home.
Paredes across the diamond. They get Judge.
Now meshed with Wi-Fi all over your home. Taking a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you never miss the next big moment. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Just Godzilla bankroll, souls of Chile on, yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home, trailblazer, stay ballin' with vengeance. My arts is crafty, dogs, why y'all stop a laughy, taffy, wondering. before knives drop the nasty.
The first step to building wealth is being careful who you listen to when it comes to your finances. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. I'm not even human.
When it comes to financial decisions, start with the nerds.
Faces in a mirror, and everyone belongs. Find your why for a better us.
Well, tomorrow night on Yes, Aaron Judge and the Bombers are back at the stadium to kick off a big 3-game set with Bobby Witt Jr. and the Kansas City Royals. Coverage starts at 6 with batting practice and pregame with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 7 on Yes and the Yes app. Audi scoreboard 2-1 Cubs. Nastro Brony takes a pitch high. Tomorrow's starters, Brady Singer against Carlos Rodon. Our coverage begins at 6. Rip foul. And the Yankees ducking in their dugout, hit off the edge of the roof. And it carrying back out on the field. And a strikeout for Cole.
Cole really has rebounded nicely after that first inning where he had to work. The pitch count was elevated. It's that fastball up in the zone after he slowed Mastrobuoni down with a knuckle curve the pitch before to pick up a strikeout. First out here in the 5th.
Happ fouls it back. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 2-1 Cubs. 2 unearned runs in the first inning. After Gleyber Torres booted a ground ball, that would have been the final out. One and one. Two and one on Happ. Happ doubled to open up the bottom of the first inning. Was stranded. Well, he's actually trying to go to third on a ball in front of him. A good throw by Anthony Volpe to get him. And then he had a fly ball to Judge in the second. So 1 for 2. 3-1 on Happ. And the pitch. 3-2.
Well, it shows you that fastball has some good life as Swanson waiting on deck, and a fastball count able to get it by Happ. He's had 2 good swings against Cole this afternoon.
Strike 3. Got the knuckle curve in.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Knuckle curve and a fastball count that'll catch Happ looking.
There's Swanson. Foul back. So 31 in the first, the most pitches that he's thrown in an inning this year, but he's gotten it under control. He's at 80 right now. This will be 81. One and one.
That 71-mile-an-hour knuckle curveball. Reminds me of that conversation Mike Mussina had with Garrett Cole in Williamsport. Slow down the curveball. Comes back with 97, so big time change of speeds. Not happy with that pitch being called a ball.
You get the sense, John, that if he so desired, Mussina would be an excellent pitching coach?
Well, I think not only the mechanics. You can see Cole shaking his head. He gets the call strike there. He didn't get it the pitch before. He's shaking his head. I don't know what's going to happen now with Brian Walsh behind the plate. But to your point, I think Mike could talk mechanics of pitching, but I think more importantly, philosophy and how to change speeds, how to recognize swings from an opposing hitter and what they're trying to do against you.
2-2. I mean, he just became better as he lost miles per hour off his fastball.
I remember Dave Island was the pitching coach that final year for Mike when he won 20, and he was begging him. He said, when your velocity is decreased, you have to pitch inside more. And Mike never wanted to pitch inside. When he had his good stuff, he was always away, away, away. He eventually pitched inside more, slowed down his changeup, 120.
How about that? Cole strikes out the side. We go to the 6-2-1 Cubs.
As a successful CFO, I have one secret to help you build wealth. You need to be careful who you listen to when it comes to financial decisions. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. It's a Nerd Wallet commercial. I'm not even human. I'm cake.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
Nerds. We love home internet from T-Mobile. Oh, now Mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream LA in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious. For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
It's a big match, and only the best will win.
Just Godzilla bankroll, stole some chili on. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means a million.
So this is pickleball?
Pickle!
Oh, these guys are intense. With E-Trade from Morgan Stanley, we're ready for whatever gets served up.
Dude, you gotta work on your trash talk.
I'd rather work on saving for retirement. Or college, since you like to get schooled. That's a pretty good burn, right?
Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Rays and O's are in the books. Top of the sixth, it's Johnny DeLuca with a two-run shot to left center as Tampa Bay takes a 2-0 lead. Orioles threaten in the ninth. First and second, Kobe Mayo up with 2 outs, and Edwin Uceda strikes him out, leaving Gunnar Henderson on deck as the Rays win it 2-0, guys.
Well, think about fifth inning recap. Brought Audi in the 2024 Audi Q5. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Cole and Tyone have both been very good. Cole just struck out the side. He has 6 strikeouts so far over 5. 1-0 to Austin Wells as we start the 6th inning. Yankees run came on a sac line drive to left by Anthony Volpe in the 3rd. And Paredes' 2-run single dunked into center field brought home the 2 runs in the 1st for the Cubs. And as we mentioned, those 2 runs were unearned because Cody Bellinger hit a ground ball just to the backhand side of Torres, who booted it, and that would have been the 3rd out. Kept the inning alive. Talkman walked and then allowed Paredes to get that 2-run single. 2-2 on Wells. They say he went around.
We'll take another look. The changeup down and away. I don't know about that. Mark Carlson, third base umpire, crew chief with the call.
Chopped to first. Bellinger flips to Tyone. 1 down. Well, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, September 13th as the Yankees push for the playoffs. Yankees take on the Red Sox in an important division game. First 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Yankees jersey hoodie, courtesy of Star. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com. Stanton takes low, 1-0. Giancarlo's 0 for 2 today. Missed outside, 2-0. Stanton 1 hit in his last 21 at-bats. That one's grounded sharply foul. Just foul. Spike Lee's at the game. Made his way to Chicago for the Yankees Cubs tilt.
Dressed for the cold weather, too. The hoodie, the vest.
The 2-1. 3-1 on Stanton. High fly ball, center field. Crow Armstrong couldn't see it. And it drops untouched on the warning track as Stanton will end up at second.
You can see Crow Armstrong just shaking his head. He's got the sunglasses on. He did not have a look at this. Lost it in the sun. See him cruising back in front of the warning track. No indication that he didn't see it until it dropped. Giancarlo Stanton knows that he got a pitch maybe to drive. Just missed it.
Well, with the vagaries of scoring, he did not touch the ball, so he gets a hit. Yesterday, he dropped the ball. It was an E8. This time, catchable ball. Either lost it in the sun or the wind took it, so it's a double for Stanton.
Talk about this as Pearson getting loose in the Cub bullpen. When you have a letdown as a pitcher, you think that's an easy out, second out of the inning. Now you got to pitch your way out of trouble.
And the pitch to Chisholm is a strike. He had a double in the second, fly ball right in the fourth. .16 for his last 41. One and one. Off the end of the bat, foul back, 1-2.
Well, you watch Chisholm hit day in and day out. Just realize he's such a handsy hitter, does not have a whole lot of movement with his body, doesn't have really any sort of a leg kick. Has a strong base, uses his hands and sprays the field all over the field.
2-2 on Chisholm Jr. Swing and a miss. So Chisholm down on strikes. Stanton stays put at second.
Taillon has picked up some big-time strikeouts when he's needed it with this curveball that spiked down. Maya able to block it.
There's Anthony Rizzo. Anthony's 1 for 2. Stepped out and took a pitch high. And they said it's a balk. Rizzo knew before anybody. That's why he stepped out as Stanton advances to third. That's big. He might have been able to score on a single.
We'll see. Does he come all the way set with his hands? He leaves them up by his chest.
Grounded to first, tough hop, but Bellinger stays with it to retire Rizzo. And they pitch around the misplay by Crow Armstrong.
It's a big match, and only the best will win.
Just Godzilla bankroll, stole some chili on. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home.
If you're sharing a hotel room with friends, you're also sharing a bathroom and a mirror, a tiny hairdryer, and an outlet and a tiny counter. Get an Airbnb and get more space.
Is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she red. My best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on the dance floor.
As a successful CFO, I have one secret to help you build wealth. You need to be careful who you listen to when it comes to financial decisions. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. It's a Nerd Wallet commercial. I'm not even human.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
Nerds.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, blasted with Cinnadust.
Time for the Audi Electric Moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle at your local Tri-State Audi dealer today. Go back to May 6th, 1998. Kerry Wood. Wow, curveball moving like you just don't expect it. He strikes out 20 Astros. That is an electric moment. And before the game, he and Aramis Ramirez were inducted into the Cubs Hall of Fame. Nice ceremony before the ball game. And they both threw out the first pitch. There's a strike to Suzuki. Suzuki hits one to right field. Soto. I was expecting in these 3 games, John, that we'd get a Kerry Wood named that Yankee because he did have a little cup of coffee with the Yankees, but no.
Not today, not over these 3 days, but, you know, you remember Kerry Wood as a Yankee as we look at this next swing from Suzuki. Routine fly ball to right. I guess nothing's routine, as Garrett Cole thought that had a chance. You never know here at Wrigley. But Kerry Wood came over to the Yankees at the trade deadline, and he did not pitch much before he was activated. And the Yankees had a scout by the name of Rick Williams, who used to be my pitching coach in Tampa Bay. And Rick saw Kerry Wood throw a side session while he was still on the IL as Tim Hill and Cousins getting loose, and actually put in a positive recommendation for Kerry Wood on a side session that wasn't even thrown during a game.
Oh, 0-2 to Bellinger. Chopped softly to first. Foul ball. First base umpire Dan Merzel said foul ball. He waited. It must have just missed going over that bag by just an inch or so.
Well, Anthony Rizzo had a decision. Do you charge it and get aggressive, or do you wait? think if he tried to get aggressive, there's a possibility this could have bounced off the bag. So he kind of waits, goes foul. Bellinger gets another swing.
And the way it works, once it passes the bag, it's the base umpire's call. If it's before the bag, then it's the home plate umpire's call. The 0-2. Foul back. Pretty good resume for Kerry Wood. Pitched for the Cubs, Indians, and Yankees in 14 seasons. Rookie of the year in 98. 13-6, 3.40, 233 strikeouts. Had that 20 strikeout game we told you about. And two-time All-Star. Popped up, left side. Who's going to get it? Chisholm will make the play for out number 2. That brings up Mike Tauchman.
That pitch count now is going to be 94 for Garrett Cole. He has done nothing to disappoint this afternoon, continuing his impressive pitching over the last 6, now into the 7th game. A couple of unearned runs.
Two and one. Three and one on Tauchman. And he will take pitches. He will work the walk in the count 3-2. High pop-up. Rizzo reaches. Can't make the play.
Well, if there's any first baseman who knows how much room they have or don't have at Wrigley Field, it's going to be Anthony Rizzo. Played a lot of games here at Wrigley. Full extension lays out, just can't come up with it.
Strike 3. Tauchman does not like it. He thought that was ball 4. 7th strikeout and a 1-2-3 inning.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
If you're finally ready to take a trip without the kids, why stay at a hotel with more kids? Get an Airbnb and have the place to yourselves.
What if finding a new job wasn't such a leap of faith?
I don't think I'm right for this. I said I don't think I'm right for the job.
You're perfect for it! What if you knew you'd be paid fairly? Check this out. Because you could literally see what the job pays. What if your schedule worked for you, and her, and them? And what if the promise of better work was something that found us?
I got the interview.
It's time to name that Yankee, brought to you by Prevision. These are the clues. Good deal of time with the Expos. John and I don't think have any idea. Barry Foote. Wow.
Once I saw that it was a 10, I pretty much resigned myself. I have no chance.
Kind of defeatist, but I understand. I felt the same way. So Nate Pearson is on. And he'll face Anthony Volpe. Strong 6 for Taillon.
Pearson coming over from the Blue Jays, always a big prospect in Toronto. Now pitching out of the pen here for the Cubs.
One and two. Still 1-2 on Volpe. Volpe with the sac line drive. Nice play by Happ in the second. And then he struck out looking in the fourth. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes. Step up to bat in the 9-9 for 99 auction, benefiting Aaron Judge's All Rise Foundation. You can bid on amazing items and VIP experiences during the Yankees game telecast on Yes tomorrow night. Go to allrise99.givesmart.com. See all available items and begin bidding now. Here's Verdugo against Pearson.
Pearson was always known for his big arm in Toronto, 98, 99 miles an hour, throwing some more cutter sliders here in Chicago, and has thrown multiple innings out of the bullpen for the Cubs. .100 miles an hour right on the outside corner to quickly get ahead 0-2.
Strike three. Now, speaking of strikeouts, John, the strikeout to end the 6th inning, that was Cole's 900th as a Yankee. It's a little milestone strikeout for him. 2 down quickly against Pearson. Foul back. Well, he's pumping gas. 0-2 on Torres. We're in the 7th inning. Yankees are trailing this one 2-1.
Pearson has shown it all in this inning. The heater at 100, good slider, and the curveball.
Cousins warming for the Yanks. High fly ball, right center. Talkman makes a play, and Pearson retires the Yankees in order. 1-2-3. Time for the stretch in Chicago.
Hey, Mike's, please. Extra cold.
Does he mean Mike's Hard Lemonade, Hank?
I don't know. Was his day hard enough for a refreshing Mike's Hard Lemonade, Joel?
Was it?
Was it?
Was it?
Hey. Keep it cool, cool cat.
Thanks.
Hard days deserve a hard lemonade.
With Chevy trucks, be ready for adventure. With power you can count on. Capability that doesn't compromise. A hard-working EV with more range than any competitor and the potential to take you anywhere. It's Chevy truck season. Get 1.9% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Some people want double the chicken, slow roasted in a burrito with crisp, fresh purple cabbage. Some people don't. And some people are wrong. The Cantina Chicken Burrito, only at Taco Bell.
Time for your Ford Studio update. Bob and Todd with you. It's a 2-1 Yanks trailing right now, but Garrett Cole deserving of a better fate today.
Yeah, you think about it. If it wasn't for that first inning, it would be 1-0 Yankees right now. He's been looking really good. That knuckle curve we talked about, he's actually slowed it down, talking with Mussina. It's been a really good outing. 7 strikeouts. Again, that first inning was the only problem.
Yeah, we'll break down that first inning, what happened to Cole after that, which was very good. When we see you guys on the WB Mason postgame, look forward to it. See if the Yanks can get back after it, guys.
Thank you, guys. Cubs 2-3-0. He's 1-6-1. Garrett Cole 6 innings, 3 hit, no earned runs. The 2 runs he gave up in the first inning unearned. 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Chisholm has a double and a run scored. Tyone Strong 6 hits, 1 run. He's on the winning side right now. Isak Paredes drove in both of the runs in the first inning. So Cousins takes over for Garrett Cole. He will pitch the 7th. You see his numbers. For Cole, his 8th start this season with 2 runs or fewer of support.
Well, you can't say enough about Garrett Cole, who had to work awfully hard in that first inning after the Gleyber Torres error, and then he just locked it in after that. 7 strikeouts.
Check swing. He did not go. Popped up. Rizzo shading his eyes with the glove. Puts it away for out number 1 here in the 7th. Here's Crow Armstrong. And a strike. So the two good friends in a nice pitching duel. They both turned in 6 strong. Right now on the winning side is Taillon. If his bullpen does the job, he gets the victory. But Cole needs his offense to come around to take the loss away from him. 1-2 on Crow Armstrong. Now Pearson has several multi-inning appearances, so maybe he starts the 8th inning for the Cubs.
No reason to change after the way he looked in the 7th. Stuff looked dynamite.
Crow Armstrong down on strikes, 2 away.
Well, this is Jake Cousins at his best. The ability to throw the fastball for a strike and then start working the slider to the edges of the plate. 2 quick outs here in the 7th.
So here's Amaya with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Pitch outside. Just a smidge under 40,000. The attendance today, 39,364. So over 40 the first 2 games, but got 120,000 for these 3 games.
Football Sunday, crowd a little down.
I guess by about 50. The Bears won, too, with their new first-round quarterback. Beat the Titans. So about 60 people, no, 600 people decided I'm going to watch the Bears. Not bad. 2-1. 2-2 on Amaya. And Cousins deals. Spoiled that one, fouled it over the screen. Cubs have not had a base runner since Swanson led off the 3rd with a single. 14 in a row. 3-2 on the Cubs catcher. You take that first inning away, just a sparkler for Cole, but again, not helped by the error by Torres. As Amaya works a walk, so there's a stop to the 14-in-a-row streak. And that first inning too, John, you know what that means? If that out is converted, you don't have to face Talkman and walk him. You don't give up the hit to Paredes. You don't have to strike out Armstrong. He doesn't have 31 pitches in the first. He might be pitching.
He's still in this game.
Yeah.
Probably going to go 7 strong.
Mastro Brony takes low and inside. There's a strike. 1-1. Nico Horner, usually the second baseman, off today. After that error by Torres, he threw 16 more pitches, so it would have been a 15-pitch first inning. Soft ground ball, second base. There's Torres. And that'll do it. 7 in the books in Wrigley. It's 2-1 Cubs.
As a successful CFO, I have one secret to help you build wealth. You need to be careful who you listen to when it comes to financial decisions. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. It's a Nerd Wallet commercial. I'm not even human.
When it comes to your finances, listen to the nerds. We've researched and reviewed thousands of financial products to help you make smarter decisions.
Nerds. Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun? This week, it's Buffalo versus Miami as Thursday night football is back. AFC East division rivals battle it out in a high-powered offensive showdown you won't want to miss. What a catch! It's Josh Allen and the Bills versus Tua and the Dolphins. Stream Thursday night football only on Prime.
At Jimmy John's, just $10 get you a full 8 inches of any original sandwich, Jimmy chips, drink, and a dessert. It's a deal so good, we didn't have to spend a lot on this ad. Oh, but we could afford confetti. Order the $10 total package meal only at Jimmy John's.
It's time for a new era of chicken. A slow roasted era. A quesadilla-shaped era. A cheesy, saucy, era. The Cantina Chicken Quesadilla, only at Taco Bell.
But that which you'll get from bringing them into your life. The heroes at American Humane have been helping animals for more than 140 years. You can learn more at AmericanHumane.org.
Well, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. We go to the first inning, John.
Yeah, all the way back in the first inning. Bellinger hits his ball hard. Glaber can't come up with it clean. Tries to finish the play up at second base, but it's going to be a little bit too late. That was his 17th error of the year.
Hyundai scoreboard 2-1 Cubs. We go to the 8th inning. Heart of the Yankee order, starting with Soto, who fouls it back. Pearson still in there.
Soto had trouble with Jameson Taillon, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Well, he gets a shot at the hard-throwing right-hander Pearson.
One and one. Babe Ruth did not call a shot, this gentleman thinks. Whether he called it or not, it was a home run. 1 and 2. Baseball in one shot right there. Could be 1935. It's 2024. Two and two. And the pitch. Just missed. Count is full at 3 and 2. Soto's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Judge on deck. Grounded sharply. Mastrobuoni boots it, but recovers to make the play to get Soto. So here's Aaron Judge, 1 for 2 with a walk. Holmes is up for the Yanks. He had not pitched since blowing that save in Texas and has since been removed as the titular closer for the Yanks. Right at Mastrobuoni. 2 away. Here's Austin Wells. He's 0 for 3. Pearson trying to give the Cubs 2 innings of scoreless ball. Driven out to left field and deep. Going back is Happ. He leaps and he makes the play in the Ivy for the final out. 2 gold gloves for Happ, and he's showing off right there. He made that look fairly easy. That was a tough one.
Up against the Ivy and that brick wall behind it. Pearson gets a little help defensively. Great play.
I'm gonna miss you.
I won't forget you.
What? Back to school, back to Kohl's.
The first step to building wealth is being careful who you listen to when it comes to your finances. I'm not a CFO, and this is not a penthouse. I'm not even human.
When it comes to financial decisions, start with the nerds.
Thursday night football on Prime. It's on.
Ready to have some fun? This week, it's Buffalo versus Miami as Thursday night football is back. AFC East division rivals battle it out in a high-powered offensive showdown you won't want to miss. What a catch! It's Josh Allen and the Bills versus Tua and the Dolphins. Stream Thursday night football only on Prime.
Remains the same. We are 880 ESPN New York. How about that?
Of course, I'd reset my preset.
I love it.
ESPN New York on 880 ESPN and the ESPN New York app.
This is the GMC Sierra, powered by the TurboMax engine, with the confidence of 430 pound-feet of best-in-class standard torque. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. Get 1.9% APR on select 2024 Sierra 1500 models, or current eligible GMC owners get over $7,800 total value. We are professional grade GMC.
Well, have you ever dreamt about playing for the Yankees? Well, what if we told you there's a place to actually live that dream? It's the New York Yankees Fantasy Camp at George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida. Space is limited, so scan the QR code today for more information. Jake Cousins with a scoreless 7. Now the Yankees turn to Clay Holmes to face the top of the order. This is 58th game. And will face Ian Happ. And a strike.
Oh, Clay Holmes gets an inning here. It's not high leverage, down by 1. The Yankees are, but get back to who you are if you're Clay Holmes. He's got a good sinker and a great slider. There's that sinker that misses off the plate. We've seen a lot more sliders than sinkers from Clay Holmes recently. Good opportunity here to try to keep the ball on the ground, get back to that good sinker. Let your slider play off of it.
Chop toward first, Rizzo for the out. 1 away. Clay's trying to hold it right here at 2-1. There's Dansby Swanson. 1 for 3. Also scored a run. Inside. And there's the Cubs closer, Porter Hodge. Tell you what, John, I believe that the lack of command of that nasty sinker has led him to throwing too many breaking balls.
Yeah, and I think that first sinker that he threw to Swanson, and I was just going to say the flight of the baseball will tell a pitcher everything about where he is mechanically. It's another slider that he drops in there for a strike. And if you looked at the first sinker, it moved across the strike zone off the plate. It didn't move down. And that should tell Clay Holmes that he's opening up a little bit early, needs to stay close and get on top of that two-seamer. Another slider.
Spoils that, fouls it back. And down goes Swanson.
Well, Swanson not happy with this call. It's the high slider that maybe clips the top outside corner of the strike zone.
So here is Suzuki, 0 for 3 today. And a strike. The 0-1. Now 0-2. Coming up for the Yankees in the ninth, Stanton, Chisholm Jr. and Rizzo. And swing and a miss. Strong inning for Clay Holmes as he retires. The Cubs in order with 2 strikeouts. Ninth inning for the Yanks coming up.
It's a big match for the National Women's Soccer League, and only the best will win.
Just Godzilla bankroll, slow some silly on. Yo, I ain't got it all. That means I'm barely home. Trailblazer, stay ballin' with vengeance. My arts is crafty. Dogs, why I stuck on Laffy Taffy, wondering. Get past me, I've been doing this before. Now it's dropping nasty. We love home internet from T-Mobile. Now mesh boosts Wi-Fi all over your home. Take a class in your attic. That dead spot is gone. Stream ballet in your man cave. Learn to paint on your lawn.
It's glorious.
For a limited time, get a free upgrade to Home Internet Plus. Just $50 a month.
In every generation, there are those who question the status quo. Questions like, why can't chicken be slow roasted? Why can't I have shredded purple cabbage? Why can't my quesadilla have cheese inside and out? And where's my avocado verde salsa? The new era of chicken is here to stay. The Cantina Chicken Menu. Only at Taco Bell.
Time has come to push the button. World, the time has come to push the button.
Series. Well, fans, after the final, I'll get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from the manager. Plus, I'll look ahead to the series at the Royals. That's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Porter Hodge on to try to close it out and deals high to Stanton. This would be the Yankees' first series of the season without hitting a home run. They'd like one here.
See Hodge 3 of 5 in save situations, is on a good streak of 13 in a row scoreless innings. But behind in the count here, dangerous pitch to Stanton.
Ground ball, Swanson. One away. Hodge, 23 years old, made his major league debut on May 22nd. 1.75 ERA as he's taken over the closer's role. And he got the final 3 outs of the no-hitter on Wednesday. (2-0), or should I say 2-1 Cubs. You see that one's blooped into left field, coming on. And he takes a hit away from Chisholm Jr. The 2-0 was the Orioles losing today. And the Yankees are looking at wasting an opportunity if they can't get a win here. And you talk about storybooks, John. It has been a weekend of love for Anthony Rizzo. Now he has an opportunity to keep the Yankees alive here in the 9th inning. Won a World Series here with the Cubs. Every time he comes up, standing O. And that's what's happening right here in the 9th. A strange moment, as if they're rooting for Rizzo more than for their Cubs. Rizzo 1 for 3. Two and 0. Anthony Volpe is on deck. The last series of 2 or more games where the Yankees did not hit or allow a home run, you have to go back to September 5th, 6th, and 7th, 2014 against Kansas City. 3-1 on Rizzo.
Well, this is the count if you're Anthony Rizzo with Volpe on deck. You hunt the fastball and you try to get the bat head out.
Takes a long time out of the box with a timeout. Now climbs back. 3-1 count. Hodge kicks and deals. Now he was going to tie it up right there with 3-2.
Hodge says, here's my best fastball. See what you can do with it. Threw it right by Anthony Rizzo.
And the payoff. He walked him. So the Yankees are alive. Rizzo is the tying run at first. Let's see if they send Duke Ellis out to pinch run. And they do. So Ellis, 51 stolen bases and 55 tries in the minors this year. He takes over at first base for Rizzo.
We'll see how aggressive Ellis is going to be at first base, trying to get himself into scoring position. If you're Anthony Volpe, do you take a pitch early in this count to give Ellis the opportunity to steal a bag? Amaya behind the plate, not a great thrower of the baseball.
Ellis with the lead. And the pitch to Volpe is low. 1-0.
First pitch slider down. Would have been a great pitch to run on, but I'm sure Ellis trying to get a feel for Hodge and his delivery down the mound.
And he was dancing at first, and Hodge stepped off. So Hodge is the tying run. Cubs lead 2-1. Check swing, but a strike. 1-1 on Volpe.
Well, the great base stealers, they have an aggressive mentality to do it early in the at-bat. You see this questionable call up in the strike zone for a strike from Brian Walsh, home plate umpire.
Runner goes. Swung on and missed. The throw to second, not nearly in time as Ellis steals second. Now the tying run in scoring position.
Well, Ellis does his job, gets a decent jump. Amaya a strong throw, but just up the line a little bit. And Volpe trying to put that ball in play now behind in the count 1-2.
Ellis leads off second. And the 1-2. Foul back to the screen. Yankees likely a single away from tying this game. Pretty good defenders in the outfield, though, for the Cubs. 1-2 count, 2 outs in the ninth. The pitch. 2-2. Verdugo on deck for the Yankees. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second. Cubs 2, Yankees 1. Ellis goes. Swing and a miss. Volpe down on strikes, and the Cubs hold on. And they salvage the final game of this 3-game set with a 2-1 victory over the Yankees. And what stings the most, John, those 2 runs unearned in the first inning, and the Yankees could never recover.
Well, unearned. The Yankees knew that Baltimore lost earlier this afternoon, so this is a missed opportunity. But pitching, really the story of the 3 days here at
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. That never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. That never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, up to you, New York, New York, New Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it, New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. That never sleeps and find I'm a number one, top of the list, king of the hill, a number one. These little town blues, oh, It's up to you, New York, New
Thank you for watching this live stream on Yankees Highlights. Subscribe to this channel and never miss out on these videos and streams. Have a great night, everyone.